It is tough being a Christian single woman. And when my friends and I get together, we talk about it, they all say the same thing. They are tired of hearing, wait on the Lord, wait, your husband will come, he will show up. They are sick and tired. Because, are we supposed to just isolate ourselves and wait for this person to magically show up? Christian singles are struggling to live a life of purity. They're struggling and they feel that they need to hide what they're dealing with because society expects us to be oh so perfect and to some extent as though we are not even human beings, that we should not have feelings or urges or whatever. But we are tired of it. We are tired.
This is going to be a vulnerable post, and I hope that you guys give me the grace and space to talk about how I feel, because I don't think it's an uncommon feeling, and I also want to know if anybody else can identify with it. Being single is starting to feel like a punishment, and this is coming from somebody who generally really does enjoy being single, and I really value my solitude. Now, I think there are a few things that are playing into this feeling. I can definitely identify that for me personally, I think the emotion is coming from a place where I am longing for somebody else to really care for me. I'm longing for somebody to really want me. I'm longing for somebody to be interested in me genuinely. And before y'all say it, I am in therapy. I've been in therapy for over a year now, and it does work wonders. And I do love myself. I pour into myself. I'm selfish. And I have done the work to actually decenter men and relationships. But I am still simultaneously wanting companionship. I think the second thing at play for me is never being anybody's first choice. And it's just so conflicting because I understand that male validation is a check that you can never cash, but that doesn't take away the human desire I have to be wanted. And I would like to be wanted by somebody who is a peer, not an older man that just wants somebody younger than him, and definitely not somebody who feels that they're settling for me. There are so many other reasons I don't think I can fit them all in one video, so let me know if y'all want a part 2. But the last point I'm going to leave you guys on, for me, is just sheer loneliness. I have an amazing friend group, I have great family, and I am always in good company with myself. But I feel like over time, being single, there is a really large part of myself that I constantly have to suppress. And it makes me sad that I don't get to use that piece of myself often enough. That is a desire to nurture somebody, to love somebody, to care for somebody, and just be vulnerable with somebody.
Why do people think it's okay to comment on people having children and being parents and things like that? I'm always seeing all these content about, women having children, don't have children, close your womb, this and all that. Like, children is not a joke. Do you know how traumatic it is to even give birth, to even look after a child, to even go through single parenthood and all these things? And you guys just come online and you just comment. I do understand the concept of not just having babies with just anyone. I have 2 children. There's a 10 years age gap. 10 years, you understand? So I'm not really in the business of just having children. I don't plan on having any more children. However, I think it's absolutely wrong to just be sitting there and talking about the decisions that people make, and people pay for their decisions. You make your bed and you lie in it. But for you to come sit there and come play God and think that you can judge people and say this and that is wrong. And a lot of people try to act like, oh, it's coming from a good place, but it's not coming from a good place. It's coming from a place of superiority. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and it's not making no sense to me. Like, it's just not making no sense to me at all. Like, motherhood is a very hard thing. It's very traumatic. There are so many mothers now that are struggling. They're struggling. Do you understand? And that what you're going to tell them, oh yeah, but you shouldn't have had children. Well, they've had the children and they're living with the consequences, aren't they? So I don't understand the point of continuously like reminding people, oh yeah, but you had children with this and that and that and that. To be honest with you, most women, 99% of women, if they knew what the man was going to be like, they wouldn't have had a baby with him. Do you understand? There's people that have children with other people and they're in a solid relationship, they're married and all these things, and they're being abused. They're being abused by their husband and all these things. The truth of the matter is we can't control how other people react and all these things, you understand? And as an adult, if you make your bed, you lie in it. I'm not going to sit here and be stressing about the decisions other adults choose to make that is not affecting me. And I just feel like it's a way for certain women to act like they have more standards over other women. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm someone that has 2 kids. If you saw me, I don't even look like I have any children. Do you understand? Like, I don't care about these things. I don't feel bad. Yes, I've had motherhood has been something very traumatic and painful for me because I have 2 narcissistic baby fathers. But let me tell you something, regardless of all the trauma I've been through, yeah, I would do it again. I was having a conversation with one of my friends and he was talking about my second baby father because he's just a waste man. But anyway, yeah, and I said to him, I said, you know what? At the end of the day, that's him, but my daughter is a blessing. My child is a blessing. Do you understand? And I will do it a billion times again because my child is a blessing and nobody's going to make me come sit here and regret having my children. I don't regret it. It's been painful. It's been hard. It's been lonely, but I don't regret it. And it's like, I feel like some people want other people to feel bad about certain decisions that they make in life so they can feel like they're the only ones that make like good decisions and stuff. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, leave mothers alone. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially a lot of the times it's women that are looking after their children, single mothers and things like that. Do you understand? These men are going for you to take the role of a mother and a father. It's hard. So I don't understand this idea of coming and slandering women, yeah, for having children, saying, yeah, but that's why you're struggling and this. Yes, they've made the bed and they're lying in it. What do you want them to do? Like, fall into depression and now there's not going to be no one to look after their children. And you guys have to be very careful about making these sorts of content. Do you understand? Because words are powerful and things trigger people. So now you could have like a mother, like a single mother or whatever, who's very isolated and all these things, made wrong decisions, seeing all these contents and all these videos, and now she's looking at her children and she's resenting them. She's resenting them because a bunch of women have gone online, yeah, and basically trying to make it look like her life would have been better without her children. It's wrong. It's wrong, and you guys are actually putting a lot of children in danger by making these content. Like, and it's absolutely wrong.
So don't mind how I look right now. I'm just coming to vent a little bit. Have y'all ever had one of those moments where you just had to like laugh to keep from crying? Yeah, well, today was that day for me. So I'm in work, and I work from home. So I'm at work and I'm on a call, and in the midst of the call I see a pop-up on my screen saying that I need to log back in to my network. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to, type in my password, and it was like incorrect password. So, I go type it in again. I'm like, ain't no way that could be wrong. But, I probably, didn't hit shift button, whatever. Something simple. So, I check my password, I hit enter, and then it locks me out. So I'm like, okay. So now I called my friend. She was like, call IT. So I called IT. IT tells me that I had to get in touch with my supervisor so they can reset my password. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, I can't get into my system to get anybody's number or send anybody an email or, send them a personal message, nothing. So thank goodness that I had one of my coworkers' phone numbers. So I called her and I told her, hey, call him. So he told her to tell me to get in touch with my supervisor. So I'm like, well, I need you to inbox my supervisor and tell her to call me. My supervisor calls me and she informs me that the reason that I have been locked out is because I was fired. Mind y'all, I've only been working 30 days at this job and I got fired. So I'm just like, okay. And she was just like, okay, bye. So again, I'm just like, I got fired. So her reasoning was I didn't pass my probationary period. So I'm thinking like, well, what exactly did I not do correctly? I don't know. So now, mind you, I have kids. This week and last week have been a real struggle with my kids and their health. Ava just got, she just tested positive for the flu and strep throat. So I had to leave work early Monday to go get her, to take her to the doctor to get tested. And we were sitting in the doctor's office for like 2 hours. So I didn't even leave the doctor's office till after 5. Mind you, I didn't get Ava until about 12:30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something like that. So I say that to say, one, it's like something always happens during Christmas. And then two, it's like jobs just don't give single parents no type of grace whatsoever. So it's like if you have a sick kid, they don't care. They want you to come to work anyway. So what is there left to do? Like, it's like I can't have a real job because I have kids and I do this by myself. So, yeah. So, yeah. I just wanted to come vent a little bit. Don't mind me. I'm starting to tear up about the whole situation. So, I'm going to go ahead and go. And I'll see y'all later with something, more upbeat and more uplifting and not so sad and depressing. So, yeah. Y'all just pray for your girl. I done lost my job. Just pray for me. That's all I ask for. So, see y'all.
Honestly, y'all, one thing that helped me with being a single mom and not really having a village, if I can say one thing that just really, really, helped me was putting my baby on a schedule. I tell y'all, Landon's schedule is iron tight. My friends pick on me so bad. Well, y'all know he go to bed by 8 o'clock. Y'all know she have him in bed early, and damn sure do. So I can enjoy moments like this. Yeah. I don't have the best schedule for myself, and I'm really trying to work on that. But when it comes to that little boy, that boy got a schedule, okay? And he still take a nap. So on the weekends, his ass is taking a nap, and he still takes a 2-hour to 3-hour nap if I let him. I don't always let him. But baby, listen. Bath, eat by 5:30, bath by 6:30, bed by 8. Good night.
Y'all want to know something that's so ironic? Moms get told, literally, that they have to do A through Z to be viewed as a good mom. Also, for us to keep ourselves up to par, keep our children up to par, keep our homes up to par. But the expectation for the spouses is not at the same playing field. Why is that? I really want to know why that is. And then when you vocalize these feelings out loud, then it's a matter of, oh, be grateful he's in the home. At least you don't have to do it by yourself. But my thing is if you already cleaning up, cooking, providing for your kids in a way where either you're staying at home or you are a working mom and you're doing both, you're tackling both tasks, getting up early, getting the kids ready, taking them to daycare or to school, going to work, getting off, sometimes even during work, during lunch, or maybe on your shift, you scheduling out appointments or doing Walmart or grocery pickup. What else? Homework if your kids are of age. Taking them to daycare or to school, going to work, getting off, sometimes even during work, during lunch, or maybe on your shift, you scheduling out appointments or doing Walmart or grocery pickup. It's a constant thing for you. Leaving work, going to get the kids, coming back home, and then your other shift starts. So it's cooking, cleaning, making sure your kids take baths. If you have girls or boys who have hair, doing their hair, making sure that it's still remaining kept-like. What else? Homework if your kids are of age. Making sure that they're practicing hygiene, brushing their teeth, flossing their teeth. Like I said, bathing, those types of things. You're on that all day, every day, all week, for the year and years to come. When can you really get a break? And please spare me from saying, well, that's when you rely on your village, because those are temporary fixes to the problem. We do not, as a society, place the type of responsibility on spouses. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. We do not. Most spouses go to work, come home. They might engage here and there for playtime. or one activity. What's the problem?
Okay, so I'm back to continue this conversation of single mother households versus single father households and two-parent households, right? And this whole conversation that I've seen so many videos. In my previous video is one of the conversations. That's just one of the many, okay, that I've seen, where it's mainly men, black men, sitting up, taking these so-called statistics that they're talking about and using this to have a bashing session for single mothers and talking about how kids turn out better being raised in single father households and two-parent households. And basically trying to say that, basically in so many words, trying to say that fathers are better as far as raising the children statistically. So, now first let's address this. Like, single father and single mother is basically because the parents are not married, right? So that's why they're single. If you're not married, you're single. So, it's so crazy because this topic is being discussed and this bashing session is being discussed, but the why, I have not yet see anybody, like I said previously, I have yet to see any of these men talk about the why, right? So in this situation, the single father, they're trying to say statistically single fathers produce the same outcome as as two-parent households, right? And so a lot of people in the comments were, piggybacking off of what I said on how, most of the time the single fathers have the assistance of whatever girl they're dealing with, right? And in the comments, there were people saying they have the assistance of their mother, they have the assistance of grandmas and sisters, right? Which is true. Now, I got one even better. If we're gonna talk about how single father households produce the same as two-parent households, one big fact that we cannot overlook is the fact that the mother of those children to that single father is still very much so involved. Meaning, she's in the picture, which is why those kids turn out the same as two-parent households, because they are still reaping the benefits of having both parents. Versus with single mothers, 9 times out of 10, they're doing it 100% by themselves.